We deceived people into believing that the Ukraine could defeat Russia, said the new Secretary of State of the United States of America. Think of the magnitude of that statement. Think of the cost of that statement. Although I see Zelensky is claiming that he never actually got anything like the amount of money that the Biden administration actually sent him. 200 billions sent by Joe Biden to Ukraine, 77 billion received by President Zelensky, or at least that is what both of them are claiming. Whether the Americans never sent the money, whether the Ukrainians never received it, will be one of many of the gigantic skeleton hunts that will undoubtedly now begin in the post-mortem on the Joe Biden administration's relationship with Zelensky. I happen to think that both of these people might be telling the truth, that Joe Biden might think he sent 200 billions, and Zelensky might be telling the truth that he only received 77 billions. The question is, therefore, where did the rest of the money go? On that we can agree with Zelensky, who's asking that very same question. If Donald Trump uses the nodal, he can destroy the Democratic Party over the subject of Ukraine. I've been saying that for 2 years now, and I wholeheartedly believe that the scandal that lies beneath the Ukraine war, the bio-labs, the bio-war weapons, the Hunter Biden connection, the big guy, and the sons and daughters, sometimes sons and daughters being the same person, of some of the biggest grandees in the Democratic Party. I'm telling you, if you go and search for the big beasts and what they were doing over this last decade in Ukraine, you will find the mother of all scandals. And I very much hope that the Russian authorities, who will pretty soon be in charge of much of Ukraine, will cooperate as wholeheartedly as possible with the incoming American administration's investigation. But think of the magnitude of Rubio's statement. We deceived people into believing that Ukraine could defeat Russia. Think what that means for the 1 million dead Ukrainians. Think what it means for the families of the 1 million dead Ukrainians who were deceived to their deaths, who were deceived to the widowhood of their wives left behind, who were deceived to the orphaning of their children. Think what that statement means to the tens of millions of Ukrainians now living anywhere in the world that they can other than Ukraine, and who will almost certainly never go back there. So if you and your country are now neighbors of substantial numbers of Ukrainian refugees fleeing the war, say hello to them, because they aren't going back anywhere. They are yours to keep. They are yours to live with as well and as happily as you can. And some of them are very fine people, but others are not. Others will be the transmission belt, just like the Kosovans before them, for a huge spike in drug trafficking, in pornography trafficking, in people trafficking, in weapons trafficking. What the Kosovo was to the Western countries earlier in this century, Ukraine is poised to be precisely that.